Technical
Hey.
difficulties. There we go. Okay. So, what's up, Stuart? What have you been up to this
Ugh.
week? Looks like a lot.
I some games.
That's good because we have like no show notes really.
Some. I have been playing for an unrelated reason. I've gotten into it. I don't know why. Um, and you can't. It's not there now. But last first half of the month, games with gold was Star Wars Battlefront 2. Downloaded it, played it. It was like I remember so many hours.
So wait, the backwards compatible ones are only available for half the month? Never really never really
You didn't
thought about it.
realize that?
Huh.
Yeah,
No, I didn't.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're only for half the month. Um, and I was like, I remember like this was one of the first games that I played. Original OG Xbox. I wonder how many people are playing this right now. Multiplayer, line, service has been shut. Well, I do have this game on Steam, but it's a different game. You know, that's it on PC. It's a first person shooter, and you can go third person, but strictly third with a lot of aim. And I also realized since I 17 version Battlefront 2, I never played it, but I'll load it up, see what's not bad, not a bad game. All right, I know you'll never touch it because you have this thing with if games launch with content, but this game is all right now. Despite the whole loot box gate thing, the loot box thing is definitely not what was reported with only cosmetics. Stuff that used to be in the loot box, you actually earn it. Actually, somewhat recently added a mode which game is new to me. That it reminds me a lot of what game was it? Been one of the early Battlefield games because this is Dice, and you play on the map, and depending on kind of who wins the map, you are then taken to the opponents. Like you all get into transports and are taken to the enemy ship that's in orbit. Then you fight on that ship. They're defending, attacking, trying to get. And if they hold you off long enough or kill you enough times, you get sent back to the planet, and you can do that all over again. Then you go back up. Then if the other team wins, then they go back up to your ship, and you fight on your ship. It can just ping pong through. It took me 3 hours. That match was 3 hours. Long ass match. Yeah, I'll actually probably play the game for a while.
See, I remember I played, maybe it was like the demo or the beta or whatever, the first one.
Yeah, I did too.
First one of the new one. I just didn't like the way I just didn't like the way it played. Like it just wasn't my thing. Like so, regardless of controversy or whatever, it's just not my type of game. I like my Star Wars games to be like I'd rather single player, some kind of story narrative.
This one has a single, which I will triple play. The original Battlefront games didn't quite have a single. There was a narrative set up. This one has a straight up single player mode where you're apparently imperial officer who was on the force. That's all I know about. And I played as well. I played 2 other battle royale games. One, I only played one match of Tetris 99. I got with Twitch Prime. You get 3 months of Nintendo Online, and then if you were on there for 2 months, you get 9 more months here.
Yeah, but they don't just give it to you right away because I guess they're just like trying to keep people from just signing up for 1 month and getting it all at once.
Right? Yeah, they want you. So, I'm not a huge Tetris fan, so I was just busy trying just to play Tetris, not really worrying about attacking or being attacked. Really, anything that's going on outside of my little Tetris. Got 90, got 73rd, I think I put on Twitter. Right after I played it, I posted on Twitter. Hey, no, I was at last place.
I remember when this was announced, and it came out or whatever, and I was like, it's kind of weird, 99 players, and you're like, no, it's 100 players. It's 100 players.
I was wrong. 71st.
Yeah.
I got 71st. Well, see,
Yeah,
I was like, why would they just do 99? Why not just maybe
that was
99
my point.
Players?
That was my point.
I was wrong, Will. Are you happy? I was wrong. You're smiling. Yes, you are very happy. You love it when I'm wrong. I know. But anyway.
I mean, of course I enjoyed. You've been mean to me lately, apparently, right? So.
But yeah, it's for Tetris fans. This is all right for them. As not a Tetris person, it's not the way I would want to play.
I like Tetris. They just don't have a good way to play Tetris right now. I downloaded it I downloaded like Tetris on the phone, but it's like not on Android. It's not a good version. It's good at all.
Played Tetris on Twitter. Heard about this account? It is.
Oh, I think so.
It is a crowd. It is like it's almost like Twitch plays Tetris, but it's and it's like emotes that they use to play, and like vote every like 20 minutes. Done next. Is I forget the name of the account. Something along those lines. Yeah, Tetris 99. It's okay. And the other battle royale I played. Again, this was another one that came. Played the Battlefield 5 Firestorm. A couple matches.
Haven't heard really anything about it.
Yeah, because people would kind of do what I did, play a couple matches and then go, no, I'd rather just play regular Battlefield, and then go back to regular. They shouldn't have done this. Should not have done. Not that it's bad. It's just doesn't stand out. It's comparable. It's an okay battle royale. That's kind of it's okay. It works, does its thing, but I don't feel like Battlefield 5 is that like I don't think it feels that great anyway. Like
It probably
think
came
the
out a little
shooting-
too late.
the shooting itself in Battlefield 5 itself, I said this before, it is not, it doesn't feel good. It never has. The guns game are awful. I have yet to find a gun I like. Game. And in fact, I didn't put this in. I went back to Battlefield, which was the last Battlefield game I remember really. Which, hey, don't let the numbers confuse you. Battlefield 5 was 3 Battlefields ago. And there's still a ton of people playing.
There is another battle royale game we played a little bit of.
A little bit of, yeah.
We played the new Blackout, and then we played the new Blackout map, and then we played a little bit of regular Blackout, and then we decided, we'd rather
Yeah. There's just
play.
that Blackout.
That new map,
the
Alcatraz map,
I think is fun.
This seems chaotic. Like
it's also it's squads only. And
40 people.
And that style, like the way it's done, the way the drops are done, does not lend itself very team. Work is poor, and because unlike all the other battle royale games, ran up some type of flying device going over the map, and you all choose I want you up here. No, it's everybody on the map, all 40 players, just all at once.
Because it's a much smaller map.
Yeah, but like it's in the process of the 5-second fall that it was just the two of us and then 2 other randoms. It's like, where are we landing? we're landing over here, and we, okay, over there, and that's just the two of us because we were the other two landed wherever they landed. Like there's this the way that's done would be okay solo mode, sure, but as a team thing, no, there's no teamwork at all.
Yeah, and then there's like a certain amount of team respawns you get as long as one of your
Which
team
is
members is alive.
deceiving. It's deceiving because your number doesn't go down until after you don't see that life counter go down at all. Because like for me, it was like 5 the entire time. Then I died, and oh, we're all dead. And
Yeah,
then
it's
there
like I think
was
I only got one respawn, and everyone else on our team I think got like two or whatever, and I'm like,
and
oh,
then there
that
was and then there
kind
was a
of
second
sucks.
match we played where I actually died twice and respawned twice, but my thing still said 3. But I know that was not right because you had also died twice, and another guy on our team had died. Huh? And my like that number is wrong.
It seems like they definitely could have held it off for a little bit and done some more testing and tried to polish it up a bit, you know.
Yeah, and there didn't need
But
to be. That was just not with that small of math.
I agree. Yeah. Um. Yeah. It's interesting. That's the thing with battle royales. Like, are you gonna evolve the map like a Fortnite does, or are you gonna make new maps like PUBG and I guess Blackout now? And yes, that's the question. And something like Apex Legends, it's like we're not even thinking about any of that because there's so much other stuff that still needs to be, you know,
And
that we're
there's and
still.
there's stuff wrong with the other games too. It's just they're not. Respawn isn't saying it. They know what they were doing. They have what they're doing with map or new map, but they're just not saying.
Oh, I think the map is fine. I don't think there's a real issue with the map, like needing a new
No,
map or any of that, as long as they can handle some of the other stuff. You know?
me personally, I like the idea.
Yeah, it's one of Fortnite's best things. Is
Yeah,
the
and
map will
Realm
change.
Royale does it to a changes
Yeah, like with
now.
is it Fortnite? It'll change like week to week. There'll be little changes that'll occur throughout the map, and then resulting into like you know a a big change happening at the end of the season, the battle pass season. So and then start the new season with that change that happened, and then little things will happen throughout that next season, and week to week little tiny things, and it's like that's nice, that keeps it fresh, that in and it's without changing it crazily, and having to what's the word having to adjust to something massive happening frequently. Just little tiny things that'll change. But yeah, I don't know. It's battle royale genre is still fairly new, and we're seeing, I hate to say it, but Fortnite still is top dog, and still, for good reason. You know, they're they're keeping it fresh. They're whether you like it or not, they're adding all kinds of new stuff. I mean, there's so much stuff happening in that game. They're dead. They,
Yep.
they don't give people a chance to be bored with it.
Which Apex says that's kind of its problem at the moment. Starting to leave, and there was an update for Apex. They might have a little something to might 2 days.
Yeah, today is the last day.
And that's today until 10 Pacific, because so
I mean, that's like,
even though the dates are 3 days, actually only 2 days.
but it's 2 days because it came out the. It's 48 hours technically. So
Yeah,
it's
it's
two
just
days, but yeah.
it doesn't line up with everybody else's with the world's 48 hours. But yeah,
Yeah,
what we're
well,
talking about
that's
is um, Apex kind of had um, an XP boost. It's a it your first top 5 of the day, which similar to Call of Duty, when you get a win, um, first win of the day, you get a free level up.
I think it's like your first like merit, which is like a kill, isn't it?
Your first win in
Yeah, but like in Blackout, it's like your first merit, which is equals like your first kill. And then Zombies has something else. I'm not sure what it is. Yeah. So yeah, and that's like every day.
I'm gonna have to
In your time.
pause.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna.
Alrighty.
I will be right back.
Let's see, am I still talking on the feed? Yeah, I am. Okay. Yeah, Stewart just had to step away for some reason. I'm not quite sure what, but hopefully nothing's too, hopefully it's not nothing bad. But yeah, he had to step away for something, so waiting on him. Time to something. Don't really have anything to talk about right now because no one's in the no one's chatting in the chat, so I can't really respond to anyone who's watching. And Stuart stopped the recording, so this, it's not like this is actually going to be in the actual recording. So if anyone's watching and they in the chat live, got any questions, you got any comments, let us know and I'll respond. But yeah, I got nothing right now. Just hopefully everything's okay with Stuart. Hopefully nothing's bad happened. My dog is over here looking at me. I don't know why. I don't know why he's looking at me, but he's looking at me weird. What you want, Mac? Want to come over here? You want to come over here, Mac? Come on. Oh, okay. Anyways, since no one's talking in the chat, okay. It's two people watching, so I guess that's me and Stuart. So. Uh, already. Come on, Urza. Come on. Come on. Come on, Urza. puppy doggy. Yeah. Oh,
Okay, I'm back.
like Stewart's back. I was hoping it was nothing too bad.
Yeah. Okay, we're back.
Yeah, like we always are.
Yes, like um, I yesterday I kind of said this on Twitter. Yesterday was kind of a just exhausting day at work, and so was today. Yesterday I ended up working late. I didn't get home till like normally my stream starts at 6. I streamed yet yesterday, but I still played a little X. Like, okay, I'm just gonna try to get. I'm gonna play enough games just to fifth place, get the free. First game I played, I got carried to champion. So I'm like, well, carried me. Unless it happens again, like right after the stream, don't think I'm gonna. Don't think I'm gonna get my like. One just really picked a bad time.
Yeah, the middle of the week, like
The middle of the week.
that's kind of weird. Like you think like during the weekend, like most times it's like, oh, this weekend it's double XP or
Right.
you know,
Because most people are home and some people don't even play. They only play
yeah.
on over. That's just all the time.
It really is. And they said, "Oh, we're gonna do this again," and they called it. I think they called this an XP event, which I'm like,
Yes.
it's really that's that's not like you can't really call this an event. Like, would you call this an event? Like,
No, I call this a test.
I mean,
See if this
it's like an
brings
XP
back.
bonus, or like I don't know, like XP weekend, double XP weekend. That's an event.
Yes.
Well,
This was a
this is like, oh, I played one match. Okay, I got top 5. Great. Play the next
this
match. The next day, got
this
top 5. Okay, great. Like,
yeah, it's this feels like
theoretically,
a
you could play 2 matches. That's it.
yeah, really, yeah. This feels like a test to make sure like their XP boost system they have in the background. That's kind of what this feels like.
It's crazy how much XP is actually required to level up the battle pass versus like the regular levels.
Right, and
Cause
the
I keep getting legend tokens. I keep getting them like crazy because it's so much less XP to level up. Normal than the
and,
regular.
and the fact that every level requires the same amount of XP opposed to every other leveling where it starts out small and then it gradually you get they call this
Yeah. See,
faster.
like
I don't think
it's
this would be faster. I think if they you take the total amount the 1 to 110, I think that's what the max.
uh yes, but I don't. I think it's yeah. It is 110.
You, you take the max, like however much XP you need those, and then you just divide that up how that would, look like on a normal leveling system. Wouldn't it take any more or less amount of time? It that math doesn't equal up.
Well, yeah, and also it makes you feel like with all the others, it takes less time to level up, or it takes less time to level up the first half of the battle pass versus the second half. But
Right.
that's
Which
good because you feel like progress is happening and it keeps you wanting to go. But when level 1 takes so long to get to through, level 2 takes the same amount, level 3 takes like it just makes you feel like there's not a lot of like that was our thoughts when the battle pass first
well,
came out was like it doesn't feel
psychology.
like we're progressing. It doesn't feel like we're progressing.
Psychology. Like, you ring the bell once, you get a treat. Ring it another time, you don't get a treat, then you get a treat. And ring treat. But if it's every time you ring the bell, every time you ring the bell 5 times, then you get your treat. You're going to lose interest.
Try to find the patch notes, but they're not on top of the subreddit anymore. Scrolling, trying to find them, but because they said they worded it really weird. Like
You're going to lose.
that's fine. No one cares to see my ugly mug. Yeah, I could easily just like it's like that's kind of crazy. Like I'm still scrolling and I don't see it. There we go. where is this? Where do they talk about? They say some. Their wording is pretty weird on this. Battle Pass, Battle Pass XP bonus event. Okay, that makes you think that I don't know. That makes you think something crazy. Calling something a XP event, is like I don't know. Makes me think of something more than just what this is. But in honor of the thick boy buffs, which they did buff
Right.
Gibraltar
Yes.
and Caustic, we're going to
Which
be
I'm not.
running a bonus. Oh, go ahead.
No. Go ahead. Finish.
We're going to be running a bonus Battle XP event from approximately 10 a.m. PST 416 through approximately 10 a.m. PST 418. Your first top 5 of the day, your squad places 5th or better in a match, will grant you one full Battle Pass level, 29,500 Battle Pass points, up to a max level of 110. You can earn this once per day. Up to a max level 110. That's just that. Weird
I
to
lost
you that they
there. There.
does that not seem weird to you that they added that? Or did you not hear me?
I think we're on a weird delay. So weird.
Okay. Can you hear me fine now? Or
I can hear you fine. Are we still on a?
I don't know.
I'm gonna say one. You say one when you hear one.
Okay.
I already said one.
I didn't hear you say it.
Okay. Okay, but you just responded to me. So okay, cool.
Okay, but
Well,
something weird happening?
yeah, right there. That
We need to
whatever that delay was.
we need to disconnect and reconnect?
I don't think so.
Okay. Okay, but up to a max level of 110. Why'd they put that there? That just doesn't that seems very weird, doesn't it?
Yes.
Like that whole like phrasing makes it seem like this is much more glorious than it actually is. Like, okay, you play a match on Tuesday, you get to 5th, you get a level XP, you get a whole level's worth of XP. The next day, Wednesday, today, we're recording, you place 5th, you get a level XP. That's it. That doesn't seem like much of an event.
No, because it's only
And it's only like,
two days, and it can only happen
theoretically,
twice.
yeah, 2 matches. Like 2 matches. This happens. Yeah. We'll also be finding other moments during the season to add battle XP bonuses, so stay tuned. I really hope they don't do this again, unless they're gonna like make this longer, or
Or
tweak this,
permanent.
or permanent. Yeah,
No
permanent would be great, but
permanent. No,
I like.
I don't think so because of how long the battle.
No, it's what like. Yeah, I
Well,
guess, but
no, yeah,
Blackout
they
does it,
totally
but
because it only happens once. That gives you 90. Battle pass is 90 days long.
or make it half XP, half of a level. Even make it every day, so like, you know.
No, I'm gonna go back to they could just keep it on all the time because that's just not gonna get you there any faster. Yeah, it would, but I mean, how much you play. This
Well,
could help
yeah,
out the people who don't play a whole lot.
it could, but
You know,
but also think about the
it won't get them to the end.
people who are at like level 50 right now would be done with it. Would be done with the battle pass by now. Well, theoretically.
Depends on how much. No, it wouldn't.
If that started from the very beginning, right?
Right. It's only that would only give them 30 extra if they play it every day.
I guess yeah, that's true. But I'm not. They'd be close to it. I would say like around the halfway point of the battle pass if they played. I guess I don't know. It's I see their
I think
weary.
that could be a permanent thing because it doesn't give you that much of a boost.
Yeah,
At
I
all.
see I see they're kind of weary on like people maxing out the battle pass too quickly. Like I do think maybe Call of Duty they're have no issue with that because theirs is like 200 tiers, right?
They they only show 100 tiers, but there's more.
Yeah,
That's that's the thing. Like more than shown.
and we can't even expect or even dream of a possibility of Apex Legends having it, you know, more than. Oh, it seems like your audio's cutting in and out, Stuart. That's what your sister says on in the chat.
Maybe this will help. I had a
But
noise in the
yeah,
back.
we can't even like imagine in right now a like there is technically 110 levels of the battle pass, but like it's 100 to 110. Like there's just not there's levels, but not actual like reward tiers.
Yeah,
Which is very weird. Like that's very weird. Like you get to 100 and then you have to level up 10 more times, but between 100 and 110 you don't get anything. It's kind of weird.
but
I guess we
do you
never
get
really
anything at one?
discussed that. You get that extra you get that you get the animated badge and you get the gold variant of that
I
Havoc
thought that was
skin.
at one. I thought
I think it's 110. I believe it's 110. So yeah, like you got to level 10 time or you got to level from 100 to 110. I believe it's 110, but yeah, without getting anything. That's kind of weird, but I don't know. It's
you could argue every.
that is well some of those tiers you get that plus something else. Like there are some tiers where you get that badge plus like something else because it associates with the free level, the free
Yeah,
battle pass rewards. But yeah, as far as the premium stuff goes, yeah, every 5 you don't get really anything. They did do some, but like I told you, I told you this yesterday. This feels like they did the bare minimum, and you said yeah because you think it's like a test to see how it works.
yeah.
I could see that, but it just feels weird. Like nothing like for the most part, nothing this game has done has really felt like what we're used to with battle royale games. From announcing it and releasing it that day to
Every everything outside of playing the damn game, it hasn't it's not what we want. But playing the game, great, fantastic, we love it. That's why we keep playing it.
Yeah,
Anything
but like
else?
as far as
Not right.
yeah, exactly, and that's you can only play the game so long before it starts to feel, you know, not, before it starts to feel a little lackluster and boring, and we're starting to see big streamers feel that way.
Yeah, you linked me an article. That Shroud says that he's stepping away from Apex for a while, and I can't say one. He's
Yeah,
recovering. Probably doesn't want to jostle his body around a lot. And two, he's probably I'm surprised it took him.
yeah, because it was like the article was talking about how people were saying like, hey, people were his viewers were like were not, I guess, not demanding, but like requesting he play more Apex Legends, so he finally did, and then he was having issues with the game, and he was complaining about this, the slow mode. I think it was quoted in that article,
Yeah,
like how the server slows down, and then like it happened the next game after he was complaining about it. It's like, yeah, they did. There's a lot of things that you'd think
yeah, but it
this
always
game
feels so
launch.
great whenever you get that slow motion.
I got a couple kills in slow mo and like
Oh yeah,
early on in the game,
I've
and I
gotten a lot of kills
recorded it.
slow mo.
I recorded it, and it looked really cool because it was in slow mo.
Yeah, I've
Watching
gotten
the
a lot of
replay,
kills that way.
but you think like I don't know. You think since this game was as big as it was at launch and all that, that there'd be more resources going into it, and there wouldn't be as many issues as it's been having. Like you would just the common, maybe I'm just you know just ignorant and stupid, but you would think that EA would be like, this is a big game. We need to put more research, because I think that's what Epic did with Fortnite Battle Royale when they released that and people jumped on that. They put a lot of their resources into that, and look where that is now.
Yeah,
It doesn't feel like there's been any more resources, added to this game, the development of the of Apex Legends, which you kind of think it would, but uh real quick, some of the other stuff, they nerfed the Spitfire, they reduced the base damage by
the
2.
one I played, I is that can you actually
You can kind of tell, yeah. Also they reduced the magazine, like
that
they
sucks.
reduced, yeah, they reduced it by 5 for every tier of the magazine. um the Wingman, they reduced the magazine, like the base, you only get 4 bullets when you pick up in the magazine, or in the chamber, when you like pick it up with no attachments, which
I could see
it
that.
seemed really weird. Like I was holding a Wingman in a game, and I kept trying to reload it, and I'm like, this doesn't feel right. Only 4 bullets. It just felt weird. And granted, I
Well, I
never really
mean,
used the Wingman to begin with, but still, it just felt
the
kind of.
wingman on different beast.
Oh
I
yeah,
feel like
yeah.
that is like the biggest difference between console and PC. How much the
And they reduced all the other mag attachments, like they dropped it down, you know. They fixed some of the gold weapons, which hallelujah.
which we were just complaining about how the sights on the gold R301
Yeah, and I've heard a lot of
right
people
sight
say
on,
that. Yeah, they 1 to 2 times variable,
which is the
which
sight that I prefer on that gun.
I still
Oh,
like the
like
HCOG
I do
square
like
one.
the H hog, but if I do see a one sight, I will replace.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely use that over the regular circle 1 times. Definitely
Yeah,
because the same thing, but you get that extra zoom. But and you said like the goal with the gold carbine, the default was at ×4 when you ADS, and you had to click to zoom out.
yes. I mean, well, how when you first pick it up, yes, because it saves. But like when you first pick up the gun, it when you put it up to your eye 4 times.
That's dumb. That had to have been a bug on top of that.
Probably.
Um, I wonder if that's the case. I don't know. Anyways, and we also complained about how the Havoc, it was a select fire and not a turbocharger, which is like that you want to have the turbocharger with the Havoc, not the select fire. Like
Right.
unless you're weird, like
I the rare times that I do have a Havoc, I prefer the turbocharger fire, and they
I mean it's
did even make some adjustments with the select fire for the Havoc. Fire the charge beam does more damage closer, and it has
has a
less,
bigger magazine. It has a larger
and it has a
capacity.
bigger mag.
Yeah. Which they had to do because, you couldn't have it, you I don't know. It would have been weird. Um 4 and then whatever it had, but I think it was what third. What was it originally? Let me see.
25.
25, yeah. So if it was
Now
4, if it takes 4, then it would have had like 1 bullet left over, right?
right now it's 30.
Yeah, so that's which I don't know. No one I don't occasionally I'm like, "Oh, that dude's using a Havoc with a select fire. That's weird. That's very weird." It's okay. I like that though. I like the fact of a gun. Like I like that idea that a gun can have a different, like different have the different mods that do different things. I like that in theory.
Yeah,
I hope they continue that. That's a way they can, you know, that's a way they can maybe bring new life to the game without actually adding new weapons. They can add new mods that weapons can take. I would imagine that would be easier for them to do than to create whole new weapons. They have to worry about the balancing and all that stuff, but uh they increased like this they increased snipers. They buff
which
snipers.
I'm okay, totally okay with. They reduce the play on them. They also increased. I didn't realize it, and the got a The longbow is a good. I don't think enough.
The fire rate was just so bad, but they increased it.
They increased the fire rate, not a whole lot, but it is.
They increased by 25% though, right?
They increased the base max
The fire rate by
fire
25%,
rate.
right? Yeah, because 0.4 is 25% of 1.2, right? No, but 0.4 is what it is the increase.
Oh yes,
So that would be 25% increase, right? 0.4 is 25% of the base of the original 1.2. Am I making any sense?
yeah, you are. You are
Okay, okay. I'm like, that's simple math, right? And then you're just like hesitant, and I'm like,
33%.
am I? Oh, 33. Okay. Yeah.
Like that math has a quite because that's why I'm like I'm doing the
I'm
math
looking at
in my head multiple times. I'm
yeah.
like I don't.
I'm looking at so many different numbers right now. Yeah, I may be getting some stuff confused
It's
too, but
33%.
I do like how they're putting these numbers out there though. Like that's been an issue with say like Bungie. Like they've always been like we've tweaked this a little bit and we've done and the community has been like tweaking a little bit isn't like how are we supposed to like that doesn't help us. We want
Figure it out.
numbers, you know. And that's what people would have to do, you know. YouTubers would have to they'd have to take weapons and they'd have to like they'd have to you know they'd have to do stuff themselves and figure the difference out, and you know it's like that would take a lot of time and effort for those people, and it's nice that we have numbers. So but yeah, 33%, that's even more, that's even better fire rate. And that was the I think that was my biggest issue with the longbow was the fire rate.
Yeah,
Just it just you shoot and then you just had to it just
it's
so
it's it's still slow, but it's a little bit fast. Like if you want to go pop 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 pop, that's the G7. That's the gun
yeah,
you want.
yeah,
But
but like
I
in
feel like
comparison,
the longbow, it's a good sniper, it's a good distance weapon, but the problem is that when all of a sudden you find your quick close range battle, it's a bad.
yeah, the jump ship is 50% faster. I've noticed that. That's a big.
You, you have noticed that?
You notice it. It
Okay.
moves quick. Yeah, it moves really quick. So if we're playing with randoms and they're taking their time and then they switch to us, they make one of us the jump master, it's going to be like, well, we're like about to get kicked off the map anyways. So I don't even know why you switched to us because it was about to eject us anyway. Like it's quick. it it's very quick. But which it's kind of interesting. Still no like mention on like they they mentioned it like what the last update they gave us about that audio bug your sister gets,
Yes.
but no
There's
fixes. No.
no, but
She,
it was mentioned in the last
yeah,
update,
that they're aware of it. Yeah,
which she did send me a recording of that, and oh boy,
yeah.
that is awful.
Which which is she got that like this past weekend when we were playing
Yeah,
even, and I've never gotten it, so
I haven't
I've been
either.
lucky, I guess.
Knock on wood.
But yeah,
And
uh,
I don't feel like it's a lot of people are getting it because
So it's gotta be a weird, like, rare thing. But
I will
it's
send you the recording. Um,
yeah,
we didn't talk about the biggest change.
the thick boys,
The
thick boy buffs.
as they're called in these patch notes. Okay. They both have a passive fortification perk that reduces their damage taken by 10%. 10% seems like a
It is. It kind of does, but like, I was in a match and I was able to take on Gibraltar no issue. Like, I mean, it's 10%, but like, it is still a pretty big hitbox. So
My sister says I'm still getting the issue. Can you hear me fine?
I can hear you fine. I'm sound on the stream.
Like I'm talking, there's something wrong. I'm gonna do that and see if that hopefully that's better. Okay. I am talking now and I am seeing the
Yeah,
levels move.
yeah, you were going
So
like in and out. It sounded like.
okay, hopefully this I just fixed the issue and I'm also raising my
The
volume because my
recording's gonna be
volume is
fine though,
a
right?
lot lower than your. Yeah, the recording's fine.
Okay.
It's a stream only issue.
Gotcha. That's good. Okay.
Yeah.
So it only affects our most dedicated who actually come and
Right,
watch the stream live.
which is my sister.
Hey, we had someone else who was lurking. I saw we had up to 4 people,
Yeah.
but so I guess it
Actually,
kind of
we
evens.
had up to 5, but yeah,
I guess it kind of evens out, bigger hitbox, and I guess that
yeah,
might be a way for them to counteract the big hitboxes for bigger characters, because they may have another big character in the future that they can put this passive perk.
yeah. I don't know. I got to play more to see if I can really tell that 10%. Um, but
Problem is, you're
uh,
still playing Gibraltar, which, oh, the ADS shield. Okay. Oh, they can see me from across the map because it's
yeah, that
orange
ADS
or
shield. Well,
it's blue.
it did get 25 more hit points, so that now lasts longer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is there
somebody
is there a
posted on Reddit a really good idea. If you're just looking down it, make it clear. If once it gets hit, then it becomes visible.
that'd be perfect? Yeah,
That's fine. That's absolutely perfect. And of
because
course,
I've been in
you can
matches
also
where
turn off the shield, but who turns it off?
I used to, but I'm just like it's more helpful than I've gotten used to it. But
Also, I feel like it's easier to see through that shield now than it used to be.
it feels a little bit easier, yeah. But like,
Like
boy,
I
I've
feel
played
like
matches where. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it feels like when the game first came out, it was it was very blue. The screen, the whole screen was very blue because of the shield.
Orange.
I feel like now it's a lot more clear, and
Yeah.
I feel like that was you know definitely before this update. But
Yeah, it just I've seen people. I've been playing matches where I'm like, okay, do. Oh, there's a Gibraltar up there. I see his ADS shield.
yeah,
Like, it's just like it's very noticeable
because it's a
sometimes.
here I am, ping, hello, ping me.
Yeah, and I like that they increased the hip the health on it because that does that's pretty good because it kind of Gibraltar kind of feels like one of the bottom tier characters, at least before this.
Yeah,
But it's good to see, that that's been that they're tweaking the characters. We still need
and
to see Mirage. Like his ult needs to be tweaked because it's kind of
in the long
pointless.
term, yeah,
It's
um,
it's really pointless.
yeah, it's uh,
Caustic got the
caustic
biggest buff though.
caustic got a nice buff. He got the 10% reduction in damage as well, but his gas damage 4 times more damage now. That's a lot.
And he can throw his ultimate further now.
Farther, yeah.
Yeah.
His gas damage went from 1 to 4. So it
Yeah.
that ticks off very often. So you could kill somebody really easily with the gas now. So
Was it 28 meters now to 33 meters, which that's
yeah,
pretty significant distance. That definitely helps. Because that's another thing. I was like, I'm just like, oh, you. It feels like you could throw a grenade farther than you could throw his ultimate. Like,
you could, yeah. I
yeah, it's
wish
just like
Gibraltar also got that boost in throw damage and that throwing distance too, because I feel like his ultimate is short.
I wonder how far his actually is, though.
It's short. It's not that far. Because I was trying to throw it on a roof. I forget where I was now, but I was trying to throw it on a roof and I couldn't because it wouldn't reach. But I could easily throw a grenade that far.
There's some nice changes. But like, is this gonna be it for the next like 2 weeks?
Yeah, it feels like they've been updating every 2 weeks. I was just about to say that.
Because that just does not feel quick enough. I mean, at you would like a weekly something. Even if it's just a small little patch.
Yeah,
Something. Oh, hey, we fixed this issue, and we've got this. We're thinking about doing this change. Let's throw it up because I don't know. 1.1.1 is the patch is the update. Game's been out
yeah,
for what, like over 2 months now, 2.5 months almost. Yeah, it's some decent changes. It's gonna be interesting to play this weekend and see. I'm definitely gonna try some of the stuff out, like try caustic out some more, try a havoc. Interesting to see if the how the havoc, how that buff to the havoc makes it feel.
yeah. I'm curious about that too.
But I guess we've talked enough about that, about Apex. We just keep going
We
back to
have,
it.
yeah, we have. I
We have a
guess we can
couple
get
news topics.
into our short news topics. Yeah,
They're both like news that was like the worst kept secrets.
Pretty much, yeah. All these both these things, yeah, we already knew about them. The one that I got is the Xbox Gold and Xbox Game Pass are combining into the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate,
Yeah, they're
and
they're having a bundle with both.
it's for a combined price of $15.99, which, if you are paying monthly for Xbox Live Gold as well as Game Pass, this is a savings for you. If you're paying every 3 months or every year for Xbox Live Gold, this is not a reduction for you. You are saving more money doing it the way you already are. I did the math.
Yeah, because what is it? You can end up like I've seen cards as cheap as $40 for full year of gold.
Yeah,
I don't know how cheap Game Pass. I guess was it $30 for like 6 months of Game Pass? I think that's the cheapest I've seen it get.
I don't know how, like, I've been paying month to month. I've not really seen like like more than a month.
I think I grabbed it. I think I grabbed it last year when they were having like one of their game sales, or they were having there's some game sale thing, and every retailer had 6 months for $30, and I grabbed it, and I was like, I'm gonna wait until Crackdown comes out to use this, and then I ended up just selling it to on Reddit. So I think that's like the cheapest I've seen it, but like I don't know, like I don't know. I don't do it month to month. I just whenever I'm like, oh, okay, sure, why not? Like I did was it they had a deal. They had a deal in I think February. I picked up it was like 2 months for $2, you know? You pay $2 for 1 month and then you get a second month for free, and then now like mine ended like a week or so ago, a week and a half ago it ended, and then last week they had a deal where it was like one or 3 months for $1, and I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, so I've gotten 5 months for what, $4? No, I've gotten 5 months for $3. So like if you do you can do that. You can do month to month with gold, and or as you feel you want to have gold, because I don't think gold is a or Game Pass. I don't think Game Pass is a need to have all the time thing. At least not for me.
there's games on there that I like to play every now and then. So,
Because I
um,
never seem to take advantage of Game Pass when I have it. But like that's about to change because Monster Hunter World is about to come out. I
right,
think tomorrow on Game Pass.
sweet. I see. I pay yearly for gold, so there's no reason for me to go to the 15
Yeah, I do the
a month.
same.
There's no
It
reason.
like I typically get like when around Black Friday time, it's like $40 for a whole year, which is $20 cheaper, than what it normally is. So I try to do that. But yeah, it's like it's something they're doing, I guess, and they all
I
something new
mean,
they're doing, but it makes
I
sense
I
with
I think it's an all right move.
the future of Xbox that's been rumored
Uh huh.
about more being digital slash streaming, you know? They say the next
It,
Xbox is going to have a
and
version where you can stream.
speaking of digital, you got a new Xbox.
Yep, the was
Jump right into it.
um the one at the Xbox One S All Digital Edition, which is a
Which
One
I
S with no Blu-ray drive.
nope, there's nothing on it. It's just a white box. Um, which it would I was listening to the Giant Bomb cast today and didn't realize that yeah, Xbox One S all digital shortens to SAD. Xbox One SAD.
Hmm.
They didn't think that through.
Yes, there's an announcement. $250 USD suggested retail price.
That's a good price.
They say $300 is the USD or suggested retail price for the Xbox One S, but you're paying $300 for a One S. You're just dumb. Because I'm on Amazon right now. Xbox One S, 1 TB console, Anthem bundle, $249. Let's go down even. Let's because I just typed in Xbox One S. Down Xbox One S, 1 TB console, Battlefield 5 bundle, $232.
That's pretty good.
Xbox One S, 1 TB console, $207. Now
And
it
you get a
says
Blu-ray drive.
it says discontinued, but I mean that's just because they're not gonna make more of them, but they still have the ones they've made available to buy. Xbox One S, 1 TB console starter bundle, which I'm not exactly sure what all comes in that, but 248, like 3 months of gold and 3 months of Game Pass, and you get the One S with the Blu-ray drive in it for the same price. I, Xbox One S, 1 TB console, NBA 2K19 bundle, 232. Like there's a bunch of these bundles that are they kind of stay discontinued on Amazon, but they still have them and they're shipped by Amazon. Because and it's not like it's some weird like because there's the Prime free delivery. So that some of these say only like so many left, but like is it this $207 one S terabyte console doesn't say anything like only such and such in stock. Starter bundle says only 15 left in stock, but the regular 1 TB for $207 does not say that. So I think the price is kind of misleading. Like, yeah, suggested retail price is kind of like yes, but like that's not what they're being sold for. They're not being sold for $300. As I've been talking for the last couple minutes and showing how you can get.
And and
Oh,
this game, this console, it does come with Minecraft, Sea of Thieves, and Forza Horizon 3. So I mean, it's not like you don't get anything with it. You do get stuff with it.
you get you get 3 of Microsoft's first party games, which yeah, doesn't cost
Yes.
them anything. So yeah, but that you may or may not play at all. Because personally, Minecraft's the only one of those that I would play.
People have been talking about Sea of Thieves a lot lately,
Sea of
but
Thieves was big. Like they were like the streamers were playing Sea of Thieves for a while until like Apex came out. Now I don't see it on really. I don't see really that many people streaming it that much. But yeah,
I
it was real big up until like big streamers like Summit was streaming it, you know.
Right, and well,
But
I'm even going like recently I've on the Rooster Teeth podcast they've talked about Sea of Thieves lately, like a week ago.
well, like it was Bernie was talking about how he got some achievement or some rank or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's what I'm saying. A lot of people are talking about it again now. I mean that's what I'm saying.
That's the only thing I've
But
heard from
it
it. But yeah.
hasn't. The thing that was missing for me with sea of Thieves, I don't think they'll ever add, and that's a progression that actually means something. That's more than cosmetic.
Yeah, I agree.
It doesn't have one, and I didn't like that at all.
But it's kind of disappointing because considering a lot of rumors for this, people were thinking, "Oh, what if it comes out at $200?" You know, or I heard a lot of people say 179, which I'm like, that's kind of a weird price, but I did hear people say that.
I was hearing the 250 before it came
I
out,
think
and
the
I
Giant Bomb guys were talking about how I think that I heard them talk about the 179 maybe or
I thought they were the
199
ones that actually said the 250.
because they were talking
Anyway,
about the same thing I'm talking about, how
it's
you
coming
can
out.
get
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they said. It's coming out at 250. That's
yeah,
it doesn't matter.
which doesn't seem like for right now doesn't seem that great because like I said,
I think
you can buy
it's an
one.
okay price. I think that's an
You
okay
can buy one
price.
on Amazon for $200.
Sure. If you do a little digging, you can always find it cheaper. But I think a base price of
I mean,
250 is fine. It's
it's very
fine.
little digging. It's very little digging because all I did was go to Amazon and type
It's
Xbox One S.
fine.
That's it.
Not great. Not great. It's fine. Uh yeah. Um
Hey, if you get an Amazon Rewards Visa card, you only pay $168. I love those. Like, uh, uh,
yeah.
they have those little like, hey, apply for a card, and you can say like, it's so like
If you
it,
apply for an Amazon Visa card, you pay $0. I'm buying gum. What? Which why are you buying gum on Amazon? But yeah.
well, I mean, yeah, it's funny how they have their credit card offers like.
Oh yeah.
They sneak them in, and it's not really that like,
I wouldn't call that sneaky.
well, it doesn't, it's not
I
like
call that blatant.
it's not like it's a big like, hey, here's a credit like big like banner ad, hit the it's just a little like 2 lines of text and a link, that's it. It's very like subtle compared to all the other stuff that's there. I always see that though, and I'm like, that's fun. It's like apparently when you apply they give you like a $50 gift card. That's how it's like $50 cheaper. Or when you get approved you get a $50 Amazon gift card. That's how it works. Because I actually looked into that. I was like, what does this mean? Like, okay, that's what it means. But yeah, it's like these are two topics like they've been rumored for. Well, the all digital console that's been rumored for like a couple months.
Months. Yeah. I guess it would be months.
Yeah,
Um.
the actual price got leaked with like the past week or so. I think
Yeah.
week and a half.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Because this came out on like a Xbox Insider stream.
Yeah,
I didn't watch
Major
it, but
Nelson
I'm
and
trying to think like what was really don't think I'm not coming up with anything else that was really announced during that. At least nothing that I've seen.
But yeah, the price, it's a good deal for like the mom who's gonna get her kid a console, but for like
Yeah,
us, it's not a good deal
no,
at
like
all.
yeah. I mean, well, we already
That's the
have
way to.
our consoles already.
Yeah, but like there were some rumors out there that it was gonna be like they were gonna do something crazy and make it $99 just to try to get people to get in their ecosystems right before the next, you know, whatever, and that would have been like worth getting a new. I would have been thinking about picking that up just for that extra bit of processing power and all that stuff because some games really run kind of sluggish on my original Xbox.
Yeah,
Just the initial loading of the games take longer comparative to you know other people. Like before I got an SSD for the few core games I play, it would take like a minute to 2 minutes longer for games to actually load, even though I had the games on an external hard drive. It would take longer to load than like people I was playing with on a 1S or 1X. They like for Destiny, they would be landing, running through the mission or whatever, and I would still be loading. Like, it really got irritating. That's why I picked up the cheapest SSD I could find to for those few games that I play constantly. So, but yeah, it's interesting. Like at, at this point in time, yeah, I'm not gonna pick up another Xbox most likely because
oh no, this really
I'm gonna
isn't
wait till
for us.
next gen.
This
Gonna
isn't
wait
for
till the
us. These
next iteration.
yeah, which we will find out what that will look like or some info about it June
Scarlet?
9th.
Is that what it's codenamed?
Scarlet sounds familiar. Xbox. Okay.
No, it's Anaconda? No.
Well, there's
It's
Scarlet,
Scarlet.
Anaconda, and Lockhart. Anaconda, I think that's what the next Xbox is. Or no. What
I don't know. There's also been rumors that there are going to be different tiers of the next Xbox. Like
I mean,
there will
well,
be like
I just looked up Xbox code names and I came up with Scarlet, Anaconda, and Lockhart. So that could be that.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
Microsoft's working
Scarlet looks
on
like
the
whoops.
goals.
Yeah, Scarlet looks like that's what the next Xbox is called, and the Condom Lockhart might be a skew of them. I don't know. Like I said, we'll find out June 9th, which is the Sunday before E3.
That's their typical day, though, right?
They do Monday.
I thought they did Sunday last year.
No, I think it's Monday because the Giant Bomb guys were like, "Oh, that's a day early."
Yeah. Ugh.
So,
I thought
um,
Sony was on Mondays.
they were too. They were at night. Oh no, hold on. I could be wrong again. I know. I know Sony was definitely at night.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay, Microsoft was on Sunday. Sony was on Monday at night. That's what it was.
Yeah, I always knew Microsoft was the day before Sony.
I was thinking Microsoft was the same day as Sony, but last year they were the day before. So yeah.
Anyways, it's smart they're doing it on a Sunday when everyone, when most people don't have to work and they can actually tune in and watch.
Right. See, Sony's I didn't like because it was so fucking late. I'm like, I'm in bed watching this thing.
That and that and it was weird. Like they were like, "Oh, let's move
Last
to
year's was
this
weird.
place. Let's
Last year's
move to
was
this
definitely
place
weird.
now. Let's like." I can't imagine actually being there and having to like move to a different place just to watch the
Another concert.
music. Yeah, like that. Yeah. What is it? That the what was that game? What's that game called? Last of Us
Last of
2.
Us 2. That was
Yeah,
the. Is he a violin player? Yeah, I think so. Right?
something like that. Yeah, that was very weird.
And then you got a trailer for the game, and they all moved to a different location for some known reason, where a guy playing the flute
Yeah,
played him
that's right.
for the Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of Tsushima, whatever that game is.
Yeah, yeah. The Last of Us was in a barn, right? Like
Yeah, it was yeah,
it looked like it was a barn or whatever. That was very weird
something like that.
because that's where they were. Like they had some kind of social function in a barn or whatever in the actual trailer.
Yeah,
Oh, the main
I don't
character is a
care.
female kissing another female. Ooh, like, and they're kissing ever so tender and softly, and it felt really weird. That felt
It
really
felt
weird.
no,
Like,
if no, it didn't feel weird because they were both. It felt weird because they were young. They
well,
were
it,
preteen. They were teenagers. Like I just
that
like they are not
that and
even. They're minors. They're
the way they were
minors. They're just
acting, the way they were acting felt weird. Not the fact that they're females, because who cares? Whatever, great.
yeah,
But
whatever.
just the fact that they were like, I don't know. It just everything was focused on them, and the way they were like, oh, everyone stare like they were acting like they were like I don't know, like way older than they actually were.
Well, as I said, they're minors. Like that was a weird. Like we're watching these two make out, and they're under eight. No, they're kids. Like it felt wrong in that way.
Man,
So,
it just
but
like I don't know. There was a weird feeling. Not the fact they were females, but just the fact that it was just an awkward scene.
it was.
If it was male female, it would still be kind of awkward.
It would have been awkward then too. Yeah, it was just awkward all over.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, we're not gonna have that this year.
Nope. Probably get something later on in the year for maybe their
I'm
experience.
I'm I'm still thinking we might get a little something beforehand. Not including what was that, a Wired article that kind of said some things. I think it was Wired.
Oh yeah. So someone got some kind of leaks about the PS5 or something like that. There's something about that.
Well,
Yeah.
no,
I saw
there was
something.
an interview with
Yeah.
what's his name, and he confirmed a lot of things.
Yeah, which I think what I saw was like, yeah, it's gonna be like what a PS4 is, but faster. Like, real
Right, but
major
it's
things.
gonna
I
do
saw.
ray tracing. Yeah, Cerny. Mike Cerny. Is that his name? Mike? What's his first name?
I don't know, but I
Mark.
don't know, but yeah,
Mark Cerny. It was an interview with him. He's like, oh,
yeah.
you know, we're going to do ray tracing, and um, the hard drives are going to be so much faster, and he even said that,
SSDs.
well, you should already be using SSDs by this point.
Yeah.
But like he was saying like the load times were like they took like they used Spider-Man as an example, and the load times went from 15 seconds to like a second. So I can find where she says
That's great for testing or for showing off, but like in actual application, like once you
that.
have
Right.
like background stuff going on and all kind like who knows what's actually, but yeah, and SSDs are great, but like man, who knows? Like
Yeah.
who quite knows?
What took 15 seconds is now less than 1.8 seconds to be exact. So like, yeah, that's cool, but can the developers do that? Like, it's not,
A game
you know,
that was a game developed on for the PS4, not a game
right,
developed for the PS5.
it's a game that we know, and we, I
Yeah,
I appreciate they did, a game that is already known and gives an example of how much faster it could be on this. So
that's true, but like we know the quality of games are going to be
right,
should be
but
better. So,
like
and
if
yeah,
he says,
it's
oh, this game over here, flipper flopper is, it's
I
instant.
know what you mean. I know
It
what you
doesn't mean
mean.
anything to you.
I'm just saying it's still it's great we have the comparison of something we know, but it's still PR speak.
It is, yes, yes.
That's
It
my
is
point.
PR speak.
Like
Yes, I'm not taking.
you're
Yes, it is
attacking me
PR speak.
again, Stuart. You're
I'm not
attacking me.
attacking you. I'm not attacking you. You're not saying the right thing.
You don't give me a chance to finish what I'm saying before you attack me. As we were talking
Because you didn't
earlier.
start it the right way. You don't start saying things the way I want you to, so I re-interrupt you.
God, Jesus. Okay. Um, SSDs are great, but like I'm kind of a little. I'm wondering like it's gonna launch 500 gig SSD, right? Like,
Most likely.
which it's like
Most likely.
gonna still be at that we're still gonna be at that place where it's like we're gonna games are gonna probably be take up more space for the PS5, right? And the next Xbox. So we're gonna be at that space where it's like we're gonna need external drives again because we're gonna run out of space quick. And it's see that's the thing. Like that's the big key I think is gonna be like storage space right now.
Yeah, I'm actually looking up like how much like SSDs are now. I mean, I've heard they're
You can
cheaper.
get a terabyte for like $100, I think.
That's not bad.
Around
Then
100.
I can see them being a terabyte then, but nothing more.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like we're games now. Like we have games that are like, you know, 50 to 100 gigs, and it's like you would expect next gen console or next gen console games to be more than that. Maybe I don't know, depending on
Don't know.
how I guess compression technology. how well their compression is, right?
Uh,
That's a thing.
uh, compression
Those
is
are
a thing.
those are
Compression
words that sound good, right?
is a word. Yes, it is a PC term. Yes, that's.
But yeah, that's it's gonna be interesting. It definitely will be interesting to see what this next gen of consoles is gonna be like. And we got the rumors that Microsoft is gonna they're gonna they may dabble with streaming like Google is with their Stadia, yeah.
Stadia. Yes.
That they may have a version that supports that, and then a version that's you know just a regular Xbox. But we
Or
don't know
probably does
anything.
also do the streaming. I'm thinking there will be a both.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure the main one will be able to do both. I'm definitely sure of that. But yeah, because there are going to be people who just don't have the connection, or even though like we saw with Google, it's not it according to the Google thing. It doesn't take a whole you know lot of bandwidth to stream these games. 4K was like 30 megs, 30 30 meg connection.
Yeah.
It's not really a lot. So who knows? Who knows how all that will play out? But only a couple months away, right? Less than two.
Less than two. Yeah. Beginning of June.
We'll see where we'll see how Microsoft handles an Xbox launch or an Xbox announcement with Phil Spencer, which I felt bad for Phil Spencer because he's been having to fight and work his way through all the bad that you know all the bad PR and stuff that happened with the One X announcement. Don Matrix,
Yeah.
he was in charge when that happened. I don't think a lot of people really remember Don Matrix was in charge of that.
Oh no, people do, and now that he's in charge of Stadia,
Charge of Stadia?
I think so. Isn't it? Isn't he in charge of Stadia now?
I thought he was working at King or Candy Crush people. Hmm.
Maybe I might be thinking of somebody else.
I thought the person in charge of Stadia was that female that I can't remember her name.
No, you're thinking of Jade Raymond. She's in charge of the games.
Okay, yeah.
Um, doesn't say. Oh, he's at Zynga.
Zynga, okay. They do. What are they known for?
Mobile games, right?
Yeah, Farmville and
Yeah, that's them.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so I knew it was one of those big mobile things, not King and I guess Zynga are like the only two I really know that well. But yeah,
Charge of Stadia because it is somebody who has done Phil Harrison. That's it.
okay, yeah,
I was gonna say it's somebody that has done uh uh game uh game launches or console launches before.
But like we can
Phil
definitely
Harrison.
tell that we can definitely tell that we can definitely see the difference from Don Matrix run Xbox and Phil Spencer
Yeah.
run Xbox. Because Phil Spencer is an actual gamer. He is
Yeah,
one of us,
you can tell he does play games.
and he can't wear a T-shirt without people expecting something from it. That's a lot of pressure, you
Who
know.
was it that who did tattoos? Who was it that did
Oh, that was
tattoos?
Peter Moore with
Peter
Halo
Moore.
3, and yeah,
Yeah.
is he still at EA?
I don't know.
You haven't heard a lot about from Peter Moore, have you? I haven't.
Oh god, there's a serial killer named Peter Moore. Oh. Looks like yes, he is still. Yes, he's still EA.
No, he resigned in February 2017 to become CEO of Liverpool Football Club.
Oh,
So he was at EA for 10 years, 2007 to 2017. I think I do remember hearing about that he left for football club. Vaguely.
okay.
That sounds familiar. But yeah. Okay.
He's the CEO of. Okay. He went from making football games to making football.
Yeah. Uh, anyways, we're just we're we're googling Peter Moore and Don Matrix. I think it's time to wrap up the show.
I think so
Um
too.
so yeah. This has been episode 342 of the Geeks for the Win podcast. You can find all our previous episodes at thegeeksftw.com, as well as links to our Twitch, YouTube, Discord, and Twitter, which I am at Geeky William, Stuart is at Casual Terror, and the show is at the Geeks FTW. We will catch you next time.
Bye. Hey, that was so much faster.
Yeah, I guess. Just, yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do for dinner.
I didn't have dinner either. I just realized. You know, I find it funny that the Respawn Star Wars game is going to be single player, no microtransactions, no multiplayer, just just a single player story, which is everything the EA has said they're not going to do.
I mean, they've with
And
the
it,
Battlefront
especially
stuff.
especially after they canceled another Star Wars game because it didn't have that, because
Yeah.
it was a single player game, which I've been
Was
seeing there
it?
are now interviews with the person who headed that, and
Yeah, I saw that.
she's a little
Yeah,
miffed.
with
She's a bit
another.
miffed.
Yeah, I did see that. She was really kind of upset about that. Well, I mean, I guess you got to. I guess they have to do. They have to knock it out of the park, or Disney can be like, yoink, with the license. I'm sure Disney's got a clause where they can pull the license if you know.
Which, people have been saying that, when the other game was canceled, people were definitely screaming for Disney to take away that
Oh
license
yeah,
from EA.
because that was the second Star Wars game canceled, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is 1313?
Yeah, start with the V. Vitriol? Yes. Vitriol Games.
Visceral,
Visceral.
right?
Yes. Yes.
The Dead Space people.
However, yeah.
Yeah. Which was was the game that got was didn't they take assets from that or the other game that got canceled recently?
Yes.
Which it just like yeah. And we'll end up seeing like concept stuff probably about that game and be like, oh, like I don't know if did you ever see the concept stuff for that gas or uh that Batman Gotham by Gaslight game or whatever?
I don't think so.
Like they made an animated movie from that storyline, but there was like
I've
footage of
meaning
like
to watch that.
like that was a game that was being developed. Gotham by game. Find it, or do you need a link to it?
Nope, I found it.
Okay.
That ever freaking loads.
I just skipped the Samsung Fortnite app or ad.
Didn't get that with mine.
Yeah, it's just like prototype footage, but it's like
Right, yeah.
that could have been cool as a game. Considering
Would've
this
been
was like
alright.
way before, way before the animated movie.
Yeah,
This YouTube
I've been
video
meaning
is
to
from
watch that.
2012.
Watch movie.
Was it that new Justice League animated is out too? I'm so behind on those animated movies.
I've heard it's pretty good. It's got some plot issues, but I've heard it's good.
I'm so behind. Like there was just a time where they were popping out and they just weren't that great, you know? Like
Yeah,
Son of Batman and
I liked Son of Batman.
uh
Bad Blood.
I yeah,
Bad Blood
the
came
Son of
after that.
I know I didn't hear good things about Bad Blood.
It was okay.
I remember I bought Son of Batman and I was not happy with that cuz I still have it on Blu-ray, but
I'm pretty sure I have Son of Batman.
then the Killing Joke, of course, that was too.
I'm sad. I bought that. I still haven't even watched it because I just don't even wanna.
Yeah, I understand.
I bought it before I heard about it, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, was it? I think I
And
rented it on digital or
that's
whatever,
when
or-
I fell off of the DC animated movies.
Yeah. Oh, did you hear their was it one of the anime or one not the animated but one of their DC Universe shows that people have been very excited for? They just shortened the link. They shortened the production on it.
No.
Swamp Thing.
Oh, I did. I maybe I did hear about
Like
that.
they're working on it now, and then they were like, "Whoa, hold your horses. We only want you to make these many episodes instead of the original." And it's like, ooh, that's not good. Mid production. They're reducing the amount of episodes. That can't be good, right? I hear that Doom Squad is really good. Like
I've also
really
heard it's
good.
good.
And I've heard from those same people that they're after seeing the Doom Squad stuff, they're really excited about a Swamp Thing show. And now maybe not so much since they're mid
I
production and they're having
swear
to reduce.
they did a Suicide Squad animated movie. I swear they already did a Suicide Squad movie.
They did. They have two of them. They have Assault on
I'm not.
Arkham,
I'm.
and then
That's what the other one is. I'm not seeing that on this list. That's what's confusing me. I was like, I know I've seen it.
yeah,
It's
they
not on
have
this
Assault on
list.
Arkham. It was
Oh,
all
that's
right.
because it's called
Wasn't
Batman Assault on Arkham.
is it Batman Assault on Arkham? Batman's
Yeah.
barely in it.
It's called Batman Assault on Arkham.
Wow. Okay. And then they have one that was just Suicide Squad, which I haven't seen. You, have you heard rumors about the new about James Gunn's Suicide Squad?
No.
It's gonna be a reboot, but
Right, yes. I knew that.
they're gonna bring certain actors back to reprise their roles.
Not Jared Leto. Not Jared Leto. Not Jared Leto.
They're they're nixing certain people, of course. But what else? Like Idris Elba is gonna be some character. They thought he was gonna be replace Will Smith as Deadshot, but now he's gonna be some different character. Just like, okay, that's interesting. What else? Reboot, but some of the characters are coming back, and what was it? I think Courtney was like, he really wants to come back, and it's like, of course you really want to come back. Like, what are you doing? You're doing nothing right now. Like, I, I don't know if Captain Boomerang will be coming back. Sorry, Jai Courtney. That movie was not. I didn't even finish that whole movie.
Eh. It's meh.
I got like halfway through it and I'm like, what the hell am I watching? It's so weird. Like the stuff with what was it, Enchantress isn't that what
Yes.
she's called?
Yes.
Which is weird because when I think of Enchantress, I think of the Thor character.
Right.
So that always have to say. But yeah, that whole plot line was just so weird and like I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, there's some weird things with Suicide Squad. Bits and pieces that have been coming out that I'm like, oh, okay, that's okay. Hmm. Oh, John Cena is eyed for the Suicide Squad sequel. It's a sequel, but it's a reboot.
It's a resequel.
Yeah, Jai Courtney talks returning. Deadshot removed. Idris Elba moves to different character.
Yo.
Yeah, Idris Elba. Yeah, okay.
Check that out.
I can't wait to see that Fast and Furious spinoff where he's like the villain. The hell? What? What?
Then is the worst thing I've ever seen.
It looks like PCV pipes. Like
It does.
that's the first thing coming to mind. Like
It does look like PVC pipes. Like that just looks like the most uncomfortable thing to hold.
yeah.
Like there's nothing ergonomic about that. And that's not a D-pad. That's a disc.
And also Dave Bautista maybe in Suicide Squad.
Killer Croc. Dave Bautista.
Who was in the Suicide Squad? Was it King Shark? Or was it King Shark or Killer Croc in first one?
Don't remember.
I know they have King Shark in the Flash. Oh, and Viola Davis is coming back as Amanda Waller, I think I saw.
That's fine. I
Okay, sure.
she's like one of maybe three.
It was Killer Croc in
Okay.
Suicide Squad. Wait, the Flash was in Suicide Squad? What? Was he?
Drew Miller says
I didn't
he's
watch
right
it.
here.
I didn't watch it all, but I see. Okay.
Might have been a scene at the end. No. Maybe he was in the background, or
That's right.
like on a TV screen or something.
Maybe. Yeah, Enchantress. That was the. That was weird. Every scene with her was just like, what is going on with this movie? See, the Enchantress stuff made me think of like the Malekith weirdness in Dark World. It was like on par with like that kind of stuff, you know? It's like, oh, what's going on here? This kind of odd. You get this great actor who doesn't even speak, you know, who just speaks gibberish, and then you get subtitles, right? Or
Uh,
anyways,
there is a Batman villain that I would love to see on screen, and he's probably my favorite Batman villain. That's Clayface. I would love to see Clayface on screen.
I don't even think they did Clayface in Gotham. Do Clayface in Gotham? I think they did.
Clayface Gotham. I just typed it in, popped up. Looks like it.
Oh, did
Season
they?
3.
Okay, maybe season 3.
Oh,
It was not that memorable then.
Season 2, episode 20, 21, and 22.
Wasn't that memorable
Right.
then? Then again, that whole show is kind of weird. There's only a few
He's
things I like about that
been
show.
in three episodes.
I like, was it Sean Pertwee as Alfred? Great Alfred. Like, one of the best parts about that show is him as Alfred.
He looks a lot like his dad. He really
He
does.
really does. He does. Which it's like if they ever wanted to do like a doctor special, they could.
There you go.
I mean, they got the one dude to play William Hartnell. They could easily get Sean Pertwee to play.
And he's been him twice. He was in him. He was William Hartnell in the docudrama and in the actual show.
Christmas special?
Yeah.
Yeah. I still need to finish the last couple episodes of the latest Doctor Who.
I need to watch the New Year's. Yeah. It's April, and I have yet to see the New Year special.
I mean, we're not getting Doctor Who till what, in 2020? So
yeah.
And was it that may be the last year that she does? That may be the last that she does it. Which it's like, she's like, I didn't realize it was gonna be such a commitment. And it's like,
really?
What? It's Doctor Who. You're from there, so you should know more than anyone how big Doctor Who is and how much of a, and you worked with David Tennant, and like clearly he, you would think she would have talked to him before she accepted the role, right?
You'd think.
Which I think they did. I'm trying to remember because I started listening to David Tennant's podcast, and she was a guest on it. He's got a few interesting people. He's got Ian McKellar on. I haven't listened to that yet. That should be a pretty good episode.
I swear you've talked about that podcast before.
No, the only thing I ever knew was like he was on Nerdist a couple times. Yeah, I had no clue. I just saw it, like I was just looking through stuff, and I'm just like, David Tennant podcast. What is this real? Like, oh, this is real. Okay, cool. He has Whoopi Goldberg on an episode, which I'm like, those are two people I never would have thought like would collide. You know?
Yeah.
This seems very, very different. But
oh, I'm scrolling through Star Wars Celebration photos. Have you seen the Ghost Luke Skywalker cosplay?
No, I have not.
It is brilliant. Like you can instantly tell what he did, but it is. Oh, come on.
I am lucky. So far, I haven't had Game of Thrones spoiled. Been able to avoid that.
I have to. I'm starting to think like I don't think I can wait and not get spoiled.
Like I think I saw a couple things that was close to being spoilers, but able to
Ooh, that's
avoid
a
it.
long link.
That's pretty funny. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. You know
All
what?
right. Well,
Oh, okay. You want to get off?
yeah, I
Yeah,
was
I
gonna
think I
get
gotta.
something to eat because it's not 9 o'clock. So
Yeah, I think I gotta get some food too. Alrighty, I'll talk to you later.
alrighty. See you.